sending actually a larger number of ships to Iran. And hopefully we'll make a deal. If we do make a deal, that's good. If we don't make a deal, we'll see what happens.
They tried a military attack once last June and did not achieve any of their objectives, which is why they had to revert to bring up their threats and requests for simultaneous negotiations. A military strike on Iran is now seen as virtually certain, with both US and Israeli leadership effectively giving the political green light, according to a Western source cited by Iran International. The same source said that only the exact timing of the operation remains under debate, describing current meetings as focused on when, not whether, the attack will go ahead. Senior US military officials have also briefed at least one Middle Eastern ally in advance, informing them that strikes are expected and advising them to prepare for potential regional fallout. Multiple sources told DropSite News that President Trump could authorize a strike on Iran over the January 31st weekend, with planners working toward that window as a likely decision point. According to that ally's account, they were warned that strikes could begin as soon as February 1st, if the operation receives a final go-ahead from Washington and its partners. Sources cited by DropSite News said, and I quote, "This isn't about the nukes or the missile program. This is about regime change. US war planners envision attacks that target nuclear ballistic and other military sites around Iran, but will also aim to decapitate the Iranian government, and in particular the leadership and capabilities of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC. A successful strike on Iranian leadership would be followed by Iranians returning to the streets to protest, leading to the overthrow of the government. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is hoping for an attack, and assuring Trump that Israel can help put in place a new government that is friendly with the West." Unquote. Meanwhile, Iran has warned the United States' Middle Eastern allies that they will face retaliation if any such attack on Iranian territory takes place. A senior aide to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has reportedly cautioned Saudi officials that US embassies and facilities in the region could be targeted in revenge. In response to the rising tension, both Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates have signaled that they will not allow the United States to use their airspace for launching strikes on Iran. At the same time, Iran's foreign minister traveled to NATO member Turkey, where he publicly warned against the outbreak of a new war in the region. Abbas Araghchi stated that the United States would be unable to achieve any of its stated war objectives if it chose a military path against Iran. His remarks come as President Trump continues to deploy additional US warships toward Iran, deepening concerns about a possible confrontation.
The country is really in great shape. We have a large armada, flotilla, you can call it whatever you want, heading toward Iran right now, even larger than what we had in Venezuela. It's still in front of Venezuela. The Venezuelan situation, the leadership is doing a very good job. We're very happy, and we're getting along very, very well. And we're inviting countries of the world very shortly. They're going to be starting to take the oil. We're going to be heading that with the country, and it's worked out really well. We're now sending actually a larger number of ships to Iran, and hopefully we'll make a deal. If we do make a deal, that's good. If we don't make a deal, we'll see what happens.
If Iran doesn't make a deal, is your plan to replicate there what you just did in Venezuela?
I don't want to say that. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about anything having to do with what I'm doing militarily. But we have a tremendously powerful fleet there. We have the most powerful ships in the world. We have the most powerful military by far in the world. We showed that on numerous occasions. I rebuilt the military in my term. If I didn't do, I wouldn't, I think, be able to say that. But I rebuilt the military, the entire United States military in my first term. And now we're building it bigger, better, stronger than ever before. I'm adding to it. We're adding something called a battleship. You would find this interesting. You know, the old-fashioned, beautiful battleships? And we're adding up to 25 of them. Each battleship is 100 times more powerful than the battleships of the 1940s, those big, powerful ones with the guns, because of what the ships carry. But we're going to build 10. And then we'll see how we like them, and we're going to go and do another 15 after that. Could be up to 25 battleships, 100 times more powerful. Can you imagine that? And it's peace through strength. We don't want to use them, but if we have to use them, we will.
Mr. President, why are you
Will you speak to Please, in the back, yes.
Are you giving Iran any kind of deadline to make a deal before potentially taking
Only
military
they
action?
know for sure.
Have you communicated that to them directly?
I have.
Did you guys
If Iran
Abbas, do you have a
doesn't make-
timeline for when you're going to pull back potentially the federal presence there?
No, we'll see how it all works out. You know, they have to float someplace. They might as well float near Iran. But it's a rough situation going on. So I stopped 837 people, as you know, last week from being hung. They were going to hang 830. It was all set. And I mean, I'm looking at the people behind me. They're saying, "What kind of racing's a lot nicer than that?" Right? They were going to hang 837 people, and I told them, if you do it, you're going to pay a price like nobody's ever paid before. And they pulled back. I appreciated that. But a lot of people are being killed, so we'll see what happens. I can say this, they do want to make a deal.
In this meeting with my brother Mr. Fidan, we discussed the dangers of any new tension and its destructive effects on the security and stability of the entire region. We believe that the security of each country in the region is the security of the whole region, and insecurity and war mean war in the entire region. We support any initiative that helps maintain peace and stability in the region, reduce tensions, and neutralize malicious plots. Iran has been committed to the peace and stability of the region. We are not at all willing to accept dictates and impositions. Previous experiences have shown the lack of honesty and goodwill from the US in negotiating. However, Iran is ready to participate in any diplomatic process that is meaningful, logical, and fair, and considers our legitimate and legal interests and concerns. The Islamic Republic of Iran is ready to re-enter the nuclear negotiations. The Islamic Republic of Iran has never sought nuclear weapons, and these weapons have no place in its calculations. They have no place in our security considerations, and we have always been ready to build trust regarding the peaceful nature of our nuclear program in the past, and we are ready now as well. We are ready to enter negotiations if these negotiations are from an equal position, based on mutual interests and with respect. As you all correctly said, the contradiction in the American stance is quite evident. But I believe there are a few clear points regarding a military attack is not an option. They tried a military attack once last June and did not achieve any of their objectives, which is why they had to revert to bring up their threats and requests for simultaneous negotiations. If a failed experience that happened last June is repeated several more times, the result will be similar, and they will not achieve any of their goals. Regarding negotiations, the US government, through various intermediaries, has requested negotiations from us and repeatedly makes this request. The Islamic Republic of Iran has no issue with negotiations, but negotiations cannot occur under the shadow of threats. It must set aside their threats and adopt an approach for a fair and just negotiation, just as Mr. Trump himself stated. If they are prepared for such a negotiation and set aside threats, the Islamic Republic of Iran has never abandoned diplomacy and will not do so. The results of the negotiation become clear at the negotiating table, not before the negotiation. If one party wants to impose its demands in advance, this is no longer called negotiation, and the Islamic Republic of Iran will never enter such negotiations. Negotiations accompanied by threats are not called negotiations, and we will not engage in such negotiations. I must also assert firmly the capability, Iran's defense and missiles will never be the subject of any negotiations. I don't think any country is willing to discuss its own security and defense with anyone, compromise with anyone else. The security of the Iranian people is in no way related to anyone else, and we will enhance our defensive capabilities as much as necessary for the defense of the country. We will maintain and expand them.